might place physical touch but you're just thirsty.
True.
It's not your love language, you're just thirsty. But you're like, sex. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole time, it's not your love language, you're just thirsty. Hi guys, welcome to Love from the Other Side. I'm Kaiso.
I'm Tabiso.
And this is a show about two people who found love from two sides of the border. So today, our topic is
The 5 Love Languages.
Yes.
This is based on a book by Dr. Gary Chapman.
Yes. And this big shout out to Metembe. Thank you so much. He's one of you, and he is the one who suggested this video in the comments. So if you want to also have a video, if you have a suggestion, also put it in the comments below. And
we had hinted at it in one of our episodes, and he was like, "Can you just expand more on it?"
Yes.
Yeah. So we're doing that today.
Yes.
And I hope we do it justice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the book, The 5 Love Languages.
Yeah.
Is basically...
It's basically like Dr. Gary Chapman is a psychologist. He's also a therapist. So he wrote the book on the 5 love languages because based on his therapy sessions, he gather that if a couple would have problems in their marriages or their relationships or whatnot, one person might feel, I'm doing all of these things. I'm buying you gifts, I'm bringing money, and then we're going on trips, but you still feel unfulfilled or unhappy.
Yeah.
But that's because this person is not being loved the way they understand love.
Yes.
So it's basically about different personalities giving love and receiving love in different ways.
So how each personality type gives love and expects love to be returned to them. And the mismatch that often happens takes place when you give love in a way that you understand. But the other person
doesn't
necessarily
receive love that way or interpret what you're doing as love.
Okay.
So the 5 love languages are physical touch.
Yes.
Words of affirmation.
Yes.
Gifts. What's the other one? No,
acts of service.
Yeah, that's yours. How do you not remember it?
Acts of service.
And I said gifts already.
Yes.
Quality time.
Quality time.
So acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, and gifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Receiving gifts. Okay.
So we took this test years ago.
Yeah.
So I thought we should take it again.
And we just took it again now.
Yeah.
We wanted to see if being married or getting older has changed anything in the results.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your results are. And you don't know what my results are?
I kind of know. But for today's one, I don't know where they're at. But I kind of have an idea.
Correct.
Yeah.
So who's going to go first? I need to guess your 5 in order. Then you need to guess my 5 in order. And then we'll look at the results and see. Okay. So my wife, I believe that my wife, number 1 has to be words of affirmation. And 2 would be quality time.
Are you cheating?
No, I'm not cheating. I'm knowing. I'm knowing. I'm husbanding. I am being one.
Okay.
Yes. I said what? Words of affirmation, quality time. Physical touch. Gifts. Oh no, acts of service then gifts. I think that would be your 5 in order.
In that order.
And then for me, what do you think my...
I'm impressed. That's 100% what it said.
Guys,
100%.
I'm not saying it's a competition for husband of the year. But if it was, you understand? Yeah, but I'm not saying it is.
Wow, I'm impressed. I thought maybe you were gonna confuse the last two or something. Yeah. And I'm surprised that like gifts is at the very end, because I don't mind a gift.
Yeah.
But for some reason, clearly not as important.
Yes. But we'll go into your results as you tested.
Yeah.
What do you think mine are?
I think yours is acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch. What's left? What's left is gifts and
quality time.
Quality time and then gifts.
And gifts last.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So I'm testing you. So you said what was first?
Acts of service. And then words of affirmation. And then physical.
You said.
Wait, what did I say? Physical touch. Quality time. And then gifts.
Okay, gifts is last. So mine in order, because you were wrong. I'm not saying it's a competition.
It's not.
You see, who's the better spouse? But I'm just saying.
Wait, let me change.
Yes.
Gifts is last. But I don't believe this. Are you telling me physical touch is second last?
No, never.
Wait. Acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time.
Wrong! So, according to this new test, I've grown. Clearly growth. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I've grown. I'm now X years old. I recently turned X years old.
I'm
We never celebrated
curious.
my birthday. I recently turned X.
What do you mean? We never celebrated your birthday.
Oh, we never told them. Yes. So,
Oh.
yes, I turned X. So I think now I'm X. Apparently, my number one is words of affirmation.
What?
Apparently, I just want to be told nice things. You see?
No.
Yes. That's what the test says.
No. No.
They say I took it wrong.
No, yeah, you took it wrong.
I've changed. I want to be affirmed now. Okay.
Wait, but are they not close?
26% words of affirmation. 23% physical touch. Number 2.
Wait. My mind is blown right now.
Yes.
What?
Yes, I've moved up on physical touch.
Okay, I didn't think this episode was gonna go like this.
You know what? I think obviously physical touch should have moved up, man. Because the last time I took the test, I was single. And as we've discussed, many times
dating.
Yes, we've discussed many times on this channel, the older test, right? That if you're a Christian, man, you're suppressing. You always like this, suppressing. So maybe physical touch moved down, but now the real me is coming out. You know what I'm saying? And it's moved up.
Wait.
23%.
Wait.
We said last week, if you tickle. I think that was a manifestation.
Okay, I think this is we're learning. That, you think people you know your person.
They grow.
They're not consistent. Yeah. They change on you. Like.
Yes. So for me, apparently I'm now high. And then number 3 is quality time, 19%.
What happened to acts of service?
Acts of service is now 4.
No way! What?
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask you you agree with the results?
You know what? You know what I think, man? I think I did the test more in terms of like, okay, it isn't like it gives us questions.
Yeah, it says what is more meaningful to you. The quiz goes like this: what is more meaningful to you, and it gives you two options.
Yes.
So maybe one question would be like, if your partner like makes you tea, or if they buy you a gift, and you have to like choose the one that's most meaningful to you.
Yes. So I think whenever I answered in terms of like, okay, which one would make me happier to receive right now, and
at
clearly,
that moment, or like
right now in my life now. Okay. And so clearly, if Tabby were to give me words of affirmation, that makes me happy, and the physical touch makes me happy when you give it to me, and the quality time makes me happy, and doing extra service, which is surprising because I understand.
You give a lot of acts of service.
A lot of acts of service.
Yeah.
Yes, I give a lot of acts of service. But it's just surprising that like in terms of receiving, it's now like lower down in terms of 4. And the gifts is right at the end now. So keep affirming me and touching me. In non-sexual. So we must explain this one in physical touch because people might just think it's purely
about sex.
No,
it's not about sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they are. I mean, obviously, we know the non-sexual touch. So
yeah, I don't think people know.
Yeah,
you had a hard time understanding what non-sexual touch is.
It's not meant to touch you, but it's not meant to be sexual. So. I've come across this a lot. There are people who are like, physical touch is important to be hugged, to be held, hold your hand,
like the kiss on the forehead.
Kiss on the forehead.
Or like the hand on the knee.
Yeah, just holding hands in public.
Yeah.
Things like that, they all count as physical touch. And there are people who, like, that is number one for them. Then, of course, I mean...
And people like that, if they don't, like, their partner doesn't touch them or doesn't... Like, it really hurts them.
It hurts.
Yeah. It really hurts them.
Yes.
So, and then let's go to words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. Yes.
Well, both words of affirmation.
At the top, yes.
Which is interesting.
I must take this test again. Because even I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, okay. But that's interesting.
So with words of affirmation, you basically like to be told, to be complimented.
Yes.
And to be told I love you. And to be like supported and encouraged. And just words of love and affirmation. Yeah.
Well done. I'm proud of you.
And if you like insult that person or you say hurtful things to them, it takes them longer.
Yes.
Like they shattered and it takes them longer to forgive because they don't forgive words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Words is their primary love language. So if you use words to attack them, it's like, as they say, sticks and stones, there's no such thing as the words of affirmation. And words literally hurt them. So that one is that.
And then acts of service.
Acts of service, yes.
What happened? Explain.
How did acts of service go down? Maybe it's because I do so much. I do a lot. And I don't know, my expectation just changed. Went from Tabby doesn't need to do a lot to, but she must say things. Marriage, guys. But in the book, he does say that it changes.
Yeah, he does say. Because I remember I took the test when we were still in long distance.
Yes.
I was still at school.
Yeah.
And then I think at the top, it was quality time. And then words of affirmation.
Yes.
Because at the time, I craved being around you.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, wait, what? I thought words of affirmation. But now it's back, words of affirmation is back at the top.
Yeah.
So I think it depends which season you're in.
Yes. But I mean, in the book for, there's a version of this book for kids. Parents as well.
Which I need to read.
So there is those primary ones, which is really will always be important to you. Regardless of whatever season you're in. You can see it in kids. Yeah, there are kids who do not want to be touched at all and will not appreciate it. And there are kids who need to be touched in order for them to understand that, okay, you know, my parent loves me, you know. And there are kids who need to be spoken nicely to and said, well done, and what, you know. So
speaking of kids, sorry to interrupt you. Speaking of kids, like if you're not taking the quiz, this is another way to figure out what's your primary love language.
Yes.
One is if like try to figure out how your parents like express love with you. Or second is like what's your instinct when you want to show love, something happens and you want to show somebody love, like what's your instinct, what do you want to do to show that person love.
Yes.
The other one is like if something hurt you in the past, like what happened, like did someone say something to you, or did they not show up for you, maybe like you guys were supposed to like spend time and this person keeps like, you know, saying okay we'll meet up and they don't show up, things like that. That's also an indication of like what you interpret as love.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Yeah, I'm thinking right now in terms of the love language. I know we've been everywhere today.
We are,
but our viewers love us, and they all want the. I'm thinking something that's actually very interesting too. Is the one about gifts. So there are people whose love language is gifts. Like I know someone like when she has like someone is having a birthday, she'll buy like 9 gifts.
And it's not about like how expensive the gift is. It's not about who this person loves money or like materialistic or whatnot. It's the thought that went into the gift.
She really will buy 9 gifts. I've never seen anything like that. With balloons and and this and that.
And it'll be meaningful,
you know, to her. So people who are like that, like, you know, also need to be expressed via things like gifts. I just thought of you and something small again. And if you're that sort of person, then that's fantastic. I mean, that's who you are, right? But just thinking, like, you know, in our modern day dating culture, people will bump gifts right up to the top as if it's their love language when it's really not. And then when you move on to whatever next stage of relationship that might be, and then now it's time to be sober, right? So I'm saying even after you received all the money and the gifts, you must also be true to what your love language is, because that would be kind of sucky if your priority was like, you know, receiving like money, whatever, and then you end up in a long-term relationship and you've always craved words of affirmation, and this person is a horrible human being who says horrible things only.
And then there are instances where the person is used to like giving gifts and throwing money at the situation, and then it resolves. Then suddenly they meet someone where they just they do something wrong, or something is wrong in the relationship. They fix it by buying a gift. Which, if this person's love language is not gifts, you didn't help the situation. In fact, this person might feel like, you think you can buy my forgiveness or buy me or whatever. So it is important to try and figure out your partner's love language in order to, like, for them not to feel like, why am I even in this relationship? I don't feel seen. I don't feel heard. I don't feel understood. So and when you do these things, it what Gary Chapman calls it, filling up their love tank.
Yes, exactly. I mean, also like what I was saying just now, of unmarried. So like before you get married, as a gent, you might place physical touch but you're just thirsty. True. It's not your love language, you're just thirsty. But you're like, sex. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole time, it's not your love language, you're just thirsty. And then like afterwards, when you do get married, and now you can have it anytime you want. And you see it all the time in like popular culture, or you read it in places where a guy then cheats, and then it's like, why did you cheat? And he's like, she just doesn't talk to me that way anymore. Like, you know what I mean? This whole time, his love language was words of affirmation. You know what I mean? But because he was clouded by the Tsai, and well, he married someone who, can't give love in that way.
Yeah.
Or didn't insist that no, what I want, what I actually appreciate is, words of affirmation. So I guess this is why it's important to do these tests and to know where your partner stands and how you are and how you like to give love and yes.
So when what fills up your love tank
right now?
Like
what fills up my love tank? Definitely the words of affirmation.
No, give specifics.
Yeah.
When I do 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you fill mine. Yeah. Okay, so when you say things like, "Oh, I'm proud of you," or "You're doing well," or "You're super," or "You're the best," what's called AKA stroking the ego, I feel happy. That makes me.
I think a lot of men are like that, but again, it's on a different level.
Yes. And then, yes, of course, we just discussed physical touch. For mine, the results they're pretty equal. 23, 26, 19, 18.
Wait, what was gifts? What percentage was that?
Let me double check. Gifts was 13.
Mine was 3.
3!
I don't know. Mine was 3% for gifts.
Which is fine for me.
No!
I got a low cost ride.
No!
So it's fine.
It doesn't mean I enjoy when you buy me chocolate, I get happy.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Alright guys, I won the wife lottery, honestly. She looks like this and gives us 3%. 3.
Hey, so that doesn't mean you shouldn't buy me gifts.
No, I'm just saying that thank you Lord. Yes, the Lord knew. He was like my child.
What do you mean? Are you trying to say you're stingy?
Yeah. Well, that's another episode. The Zimbabweans will love that episode. We'll do that one.
I was shocked. So 3%.
We'll do that episode. Bond of a change episode. Don't worry, we'll do it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But what was I saying? Yes. Physical touch, yes. So, and when you spend time together, and of course when you do things. So like I said, my results are all pretty equal. So one may be like one, but it's not like the others are far behind.
Yeah.
So when you do things for me, I really appreciate it. Or if I'm too tired to do something and you do it for me. Things like that, just having stuff done for me is something I appreciate. Yes, I really. So all those things, they fill up the love tank. Yes, of course. And of course, when you take the initiative, when you feel the tickle, that's just my whole tank. You know what I'm saying? Just 100. That's even, when they shake the cup, when they shake it to make sure it's full, right? To make sure it's full. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah. So those are things that fill up my lifetime. What fills up your lifetime?
Words of affirmation. Basically, when you tell me I look good.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like you're lying to me.
No. You always look good. I actually thought about it the other day. I think I told you though. That I've seen you in the morning when you wake up and you're tired, feeling flu or whatever, and you're at your maximum crustiness now. And you're extremely pretty. Very, very pretty. At maximum crust. So I'm just I'm not lying.
Okay, yes. When you tell me I look good, and not just about looking good or whatever.
Yes.
When you tell me I'm proud of you, when you encourage me, and like if I feel like work was a lot,
yeah.
and if you tell me I'm very, like I said, proud of you, I think you do this really well. I think not just about looks, like I want to be told you're smart. How did you think of that? I know, like it sounds like I want my ego to be stroked, but I guess I also have an ego.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And quality time.
Yes.
Like we could just sit and watch Netflix and eat. I think food is the sixth love language.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we could eat and watch Netflix, I'm good. And we don't even have to be talking. If you're here and I can touch you, yeah. And like non-sexual touch.
You're big into non-sexual
I
touch.
love you.
Yes. I had to learn that what is this thing? Yeah. But I'm getting there.
Like non-sexual touches, like you're not trying to start anything.
Yeah.
You know, it could start something, but that was not the aim.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what fills up my tank.
Yes. Okay. Now, I'm glad we did this episode. We learned something new about each other.
I didn't think this episode was gonna go like this because I was sure I know.
Yeah.
Your love language.
Yes.
It changed.
You gotta switch it up.
Yeah.
Gotta keep them guessing. So yes, thank you very much for joining us in this episode. It was very informative. We learned a lot. If you have any suggestions, don't forget to put them in the comment section below. If you're watching this video for free, please subscribe.
It's free, guys. It's free.
It's
like 60% of y'all are not subscribed.
Yes, so you just free and click the bell icon to get notifications. And we will see you in the next episode.
And I strongly recommend that you take the test. That you also know, because our relationships are made better when you're self-aware.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. We'll leave a link somewhere in the bio
to the test.
Yes. Exactly. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.